I'm Kevin Lehman. I am a branch director here in Kidron, and I'm an associate broker with the company and also an auctioneer. Started in 2017 as a auctioneer and realtor, and became full-time, or quit my day job in 2018 and started doing, the business full-time. Honestly, the people, the culture at Kaufman is about service, and it's a family-focused company to work for. The fact that they did both real estate auctions and listings drew me to the company, but also their culture and values was something that was a real good fit for me. The culture. Kaufman has done a really good job as they've grown, and they've grown exponentially over the last number of years into a number of branch offices, and they've just got a lot more agents than they used to. But to be able to keep that culture, and that really makes them unique, the service first approach, and then just the culture of honor and excellence, and the technology, wanting to keep growing on that end is very important to a company, and they're constantly exploring new ideas, and they're not stuck in their ways of this is the way we've always done it, but constantly improving on technology. When I first started, there was a couple of branches, or there was a few branch offices. I think there was Millersburg, Sugar Creek, Cambridge. I guess New Philly would have been there too, but they were much smaller company, and they've grown exponentially in the last decade. When I first started, there was not that many online auctions. There was a few, but not as many as there is now. Now there's most of the contents that we sell, and quite a number of real estate auctions are sold online. And we still are known for the live auctions, and I hope we don't ever completely lose that. I love people, and to get actually face-to-face, I think that's important. But the online has proven to be very effective with content sales, and they've grown with that over the years, and I think become known to be more than just a live auction company or just a traditional listing company. There's a lot of facets to what we do, and it's not a cookie cutter approach. The client can kind of pick and choose, and the approach can be adjusted to whatever the client wants. So I'm trying to remember the first actual listing. As often it's a family member or somebody that was a connection of yours personally who trusts you enough to actually let you sell their place. And I believe my uncle actually had a house in Lake Harmony. That was my very first listing, and Pedro Guzman partnered with me and kind of showed me the ropes of how to do a real estate listing. And so kudos to Pedro, he trained me. And but that's who Pedro is. He's a true servant leader, kind of showed me the ropes and helped me in that first listing. The first auction, Eli and I, early on, Eli Troyer and I started partnering together and working together. We kind of serviced the same area, and started working together, and that was probably my first auction with the company, was together with him and in the Apple Creek area, just a brick ranch estate and good old-fashioned real estate and contents auction. Had a tent there and a bunch of stuff under the tent, and we got rid of it and sold the real estate. So that was the first foray, and there's been many others since. There's been a number of auctions that stick out to me, but I think the one that really sticks out in my mind was Larry and Renee Yoder were friends of mine and got to know them through the Kidron Town and Country store. And Larry's mom had passed away and they needed to sell the farm, and it was just a really iconic farm that's kind of stood up on a hill. It was kind of known, they had sunflower fields in the front, and it just was really picturesque. And it was just kind of one of those iconic auctions. It ended up being sold as a whole to a local family, and it's now actually a bed and breakfast there. It's still just a really picturesque farm, but it was just one of those classic farm sales that was kind of our first multi-million-dollar deal locally, and it was just a lot of fun, and just a lot of fun to market because it was just so beautiful, and it was just, I love working what we do, but it's more fun when you're doing it with people that you know, for people that you know, and that relationship has continued on. Dave Kaufman is a people person, and that was one thing that stuck out to me when I joined this company. I don't think I would have known Dave before I joined and started working with Kaufman. And he was somebody that took an interest in, I felt like he took an interest in me, and I realized he does that to everybody. I wasn't special, even though he made me feel special. And I think that's probably what's unique about Dave and why he's been able to grow the company into what it is because he does, no matter who you are, you don't have to be anybody important. He'll show an interest and he'll talk to you and he'll try to help you. And as a new agent, that really felt important to me, to have the owner, the founder of the company, being willing to mentor you or talk to you. And he worked with me on my first real estate auction. Like after an auction, very commonly you'll get a text from Dave Kaufman, hey, how'd the sale do? And are the sellers happy? That's always stuck out to me. He always wants to know, was the client happy? And I think that's why he's been successful, is because he's concerned not about whether you did good, but about whether the client was successful. It's hard to know what the future might hold, but I do believe that if we're able to hold on to the culture that we have, and we're able to keep the structure in place and the foundation, the principles that are currently in place, the sky's the limit. I think that Kaufman will be continued to be known in a broader area for excellence, their culture of excellence and service. And who knows, could be a nationwide company, not just the Midwest.